Herman says, hey guys, I built a website. I built a website for a local cleaning business and they are offering to get into lead gen with my agency. This is the first time I'm looking at lead gen and not sure how to deal with this. The city is medium sized and the target would be businesses. However, I am not sure if the business has good call handling. How would you recommend structuring a lead gen arrangement for something like this? Would you charge a fixed fee to drive calls to them or recurring commission on any new closed contracts? Thanks. Well, there's a number of ways, Herman, to monetize for lead gen. You could do a pay per lead. Right. That's one way to do it. So that's just a flat fee for however, per lead that you generate, whether it's a phone call or a form fill. Right. So like a estimate request form fill or something like that. Right. So you can do it that way. There's another way you can do it, which would be a flat lease fee, which would be like, you charge them, $500 a month or $1,000 a month to lease the site or the asset. And right. Because when I do a lead gen asset, it's usually a Google business profile, which includes a Google map. And oftentimes there will be a self-hosted website associated with the project. So they're renting that, again, I consider a self-hosted website, the Google business profile website, and the map, the Google map, all is kind of like the asset, right? The lead generation asset. I know they're different profiles, but they're all kind of one and the same because they all work in tandem. So I would, you could lease that out for a flat monthly fee, and it doesn't matter how many calls that it produces. You're just going to rent it out on a flat monthly fee. That's the easiest way to manage it, guys. Because you don't need to worry about tracking the number of calls. You don't need to worry about the lead buyer complaining about, well, you charged me for 15 leads this month and 3 of them were spam calls. So I want a refund on those 3. Those are things that happen when you're selling on a pay per lead basis. But it's just different ways to monetize. So there's pay per lead, there's lease or rank and rent is another way to another term for that. And then there's also revenue share, which is what I've done with a lot of tree service contractors, which is where I only get paid or they only pay for leads that they closed, they sold a job to, and then I get a percentage of whatever the sale price was or the contract price. And that's called revenue share, but that requires even more management than like pay per lead, because you have to have some sort of level of trust in some way to verify whether they're actually closing jobs or not, or making sales, right? Think about that. And that's, and I've been burned in the past by tree guys many times over the years where I tried the revenue share model and they would close jobs and lie to me and say they weren't closing jobs. And then there's ways that you can verify that, which is what I had to do, was develop ways to verify that. And I found out that, again, I would only offer revenue share model for clients under the pay per lead model that have proven, or rank and rent model, that have proven to be good lead buyers. Like, in other words, if they pay me on time, and they've built up some sort of a good, we've developed a good working relationship, then I may offer a revenue share model to them because I think it's in their best interest. I know it's in their best interest, but I also know that I can make more money that way if I'm getting a percentage of each job that's closed. And it gives me, it's incentive for both of us to do better, right? Because it incentivizes me to produce better leads for them and more leads, because I'm going to get, and also to help them get better at closing those leads, basically closing sales, right? So it's kind of more of a partnership than just a normal normal arrangement. So, but that I think requires the most management and verification and the most trust and everything else. So again, to start off with, I think the best and easiest way to get started is kind of the rank and rent model, which is just to, once you have an asset that's producing leads, just rent it out on a monthly fee and then once you get a little bit further into the business, you get more experience, more confidence and everything else, then you can, I think my recommendation is to shift to either pay per lead or revenue share model, if that makes sense. Okay.